Hi there, and hello. Welcome back to another episode of What the Fuck Did We Just Watch? I am Mame. Mame is me. It feels really weird introducing myself. So you may have noticed that Bug is not with me. I'm at the Myrtles Plantation right now. This trip was planned about 4 months in advance between me and my mom, and we came up here together and we did everything we could to get Bug to come with us, but it just didn't work out that way. So have no fear. She'll be back with me next week for more what the fuck action. But for now, I wanted to tell you a little bit about where I am and just a little short history of the location and my stays in the past. We're at the Myrtles Plantation, as I said, and it is considered to be one of the most haunted locations in the US. It was established in 1796. That's when it was built. Um, it changed hands a number of times over the years. It is most famous for William Winter's death. He was an attorney here in the South after the Whiskey Rebellion and lived here and was murdered on his own front porch. In fact, he was shot on his front porch and managed to stagger up the stairs calling for his wife, Sarah, the entire time. Sarah met him on the 17th step of the staircase, and he promptly collapsed in her arms and died, and she mourned him for the rest of her life. So there are some strange goings on with William. Some people say that they hear footsteps on the stairs that suddenly stop on the 17th step. They hear a gunshot. They hear cries in the night. This is also famous for a slave woman named Chloe, who was an avid eavesdropper, and she saw this as a way for her to trade information. She was a house slave, so she had what was considered a pretty cushy position, but she couldn't break the habit of eavesdropping. And one night she was caught at the door of the gentleman's parlor, knelt down with her ear to the door, and her owner was so incensed at her impertinence that he sliced off one of her ears. And she was known to wear a green turban covering both of her ears for the rest of her life because she was terribly embarrassed by her now deformity of having her ear cut off. And she was also banished to the kitchens, which in the South, in the slave era, that is a hot, dirty, nasty job. And she desperately wanted to make her way back to the house. So she cooked up a little cake with a special ingredient, which is oleander, white oleander. If you know anything about oleander, you know that it is extremely toxic, it is very, very poisonous, and one leaf is enough to kill a full grown horse. Chloe baked in 3 leaves to this cake. Her intention was just to make the children sick enough that they would call out for her to come care for them. Unfortunately, the children did eat the cake, as did their mother, and all 3 of them died within 24 hours. Now, the master of the plantation, completely bereft with grief, but the slaves themselves are said to have taken justice into their own hands. They knew what Chloe had done. They knew that she was the reason that the master was now cracking down on all of them. They marched her to the river where they hanged her and threw her body in the river. Now, she is also said to have been seen on the grounds. She is said to have been seen tucking guests into their beds. She will approach you with a candle to make sure that you are safe and secure in your room and that you don't need anything. Now, I have to say, I've never seen Chloe. I've never experienced that. I've never seen or heard William Winter dying on the 17th step, but I have had a number of pretty frightening experiences. But myself being, I hate the word psychic. I hate being a self-described medium. I just like to say I'm sensitive. I think it's akin to when you walk into a room full of people and you say, that person gives me a good feeling, that person gives me bad vibes. It's just like that. So Being a little bit sensitive myself, I have experienced quite a few things. One particularly, and you'll see further in the video where I talk about the wardrobe in the sitting room and how uneasy it makes me. And that is because I had an experience. One of the last visits that I was here, there was a wonderful tour guide named Reed. And he was the object of humor and desire of little 2.5-year-old Kate Winter. Now, Kate died of yellow fever years and years ago, but her ghost is said to still be here at the Myrtles. And she had developed a liking towards Reed. She liked to play tricks on him. She liked to trip him. She liked to surprise him. And you're told when you're a guest here or when you're an employee here, when you leave to go back to your home, to go back to where you live, you have to say goodbye to the spirits. You thank them for a lovely time and you say, I'm leaving now, but you stay here. This is where you belong. So goodbye. Reed left one night and forgot to say goodbye. And he believes that Kate followed him home and terrified him all night long. So when I heard that story after Reed had given us a tour, I took it upon myself, stupidly, to contact Kate and say, I know you like Reed. I know that you think he's your friend and you think that what you're doing is just having fun with him. But friends don't play tricks on each other. That's not nice. And you need to stop playing tricks on him. And I got a very distinct impression of a little girl, very little girl, because she died when she was 2.5, standing next to the wardrobe with her arms crossed and just, you're not the boss of me. She was not going to listen to anything I said. So that's why the wardrobe in the front room makes me uneasy. Long story long, this is our visit this time. These are the things that I've captured. These are the things that I've experienced. These are the grounds in all of their beauty because it is an absolutely gorgeous location. So I hope that you enjoy it. I hope that you're a little bit entertained. Please note that some of the volume is a little strange. That has to do with recording on both my phone and a video camera, but I'm fairly certain that I've caught at least 2 EVPs. So those portions you may want to listen to on your laptop or your phone with your headphones in, and let me know if you hear what I heard. So without further ado, it's just no fun without Bug. So without further ado, please enjoy my trip to the Myrtles. No birdie.
No dive bomber.
No birdie. No birdie. All right, here we go. This is the David Bradford Suite. This is where we stay every time we come. If I remember right, the lock is a bit tricky, but they have fixed it. So here we go. Beautiful wardrobe that I've never opened because it terrifies me. Beautiful new settee. So this is the room where the last time we stayed, Mama's stuff was scattered, held a breakfast in this room. One of the only rooms in the house with a shower and not a tub, so that's delightful. That door there goes into the French room, which is one of the rooms that they conduct tours in, so we can't go in there. You can see that it's locked. There's another door that goes into the French room, which is a little unnerving when you're laying in bed and hearing voices because there's a big gap under the door. And you think, oh my God, what is that? But it's just people taking a tour and asking questions. Our private porch. Oh my God, Mama, there's a rug on it this time. Oh my God, it's beautiful. So this is our private porch. That's one of the old cisterns. Our little yard. And of course, the Myrtles' famous iron lacework railings and pillows. Into the bedroom. Beautiful fireplace, beautiful fixtures all around. Look at that bed, look at that bed. Good Lord, that is a beautiful bed. Beautiful chaise lounge, absolutely lovely dresser. Beautiful, gorgeous, gorgeous. So yeah, we're here. I will also have my Ghost Talker app turned on and we'll see what we find. By the way, if you guys see anything that I don't see, put it in the comments. Yeah? Okay, cool. Let's get going. Okay, guys, I look a mess because I'm super tired. I have no makeup on, and I was just laying on the bed, not like laying down, but like just up against the cushions like this, just kind of having a little rest. And I promise you, my mom is in the general store right now. She's having a cup of coffee, and I promise you that I just heard like 4 or 5 heavy footsteps in the sitting room, which is right there on the other side of the fireplace. These things have happened before. I've heard bootsteps outside of the door of the suite when I was sitting in the courtyard in the very, very early morning once, because I try and get up and run my mile no matter where I am, and had just come back from my mile and sat down with my back to my suite and heard bootsteps like right on the porch outside of the door. And when I turned around, nobody's there. Obviously, nobody is here in the room with me. But hearing footsteps this early, I mean, we've been here for, I think, maybe an hour. Like, we got here right at 2. I think it's 3 p.m. right now. But to hear something that soon into our visit, I'm hoping that means that this is going to be an active visit and I'll have something to show you or share with you. At the very least, you get to see, you know, the pretty room that we're in, this gorgeous bed, and, you know, it's absolutely beautiful. But that threw me. That spooked me a little bit. So stay tuned. I might have more to show you very soon. Okay, gang, you look even more a mess because it's a little breezy outside. Look at what is happening here. Anyway, so I set the camera up in the corner of the room, and that's footage that you'll see here, there, wherever I put it. But here's where the camera is in the corner of the room. You see right there, camera set up to encompass pretty much this view. Now, the weird thing is, I set the camera up, I turned it on to record, and I could see myself in the shot, in the camera. Like, I'm standing in front of the camera trying to find the right angle. I get it where I want. I leave the room. I had forgotten my phone. So I came back in and said to the camera, forgot my phone, whoops, walked out, talked to whoever's here and said, you know, y'all live it up. Probably insensitive, but, you know, whatever. When I came back into the room, probably about 20 minutes later, I'm not on the camera. You can't see me at all. And it only recorded 2 minutes and 44 seconds. Now, you can see where we come back into the room, and I came in to turn the camera off, but what happened to that footage? And if I hadn't hit record, then why did we record the last 2 minutes and 44 seconds of when we were outside? Very interesting. I'm very confused. I don't know what happened. Okay, last time I was here, I took a picture of this wardrobe. I don't like it. It makes me uneasy. This corner right here makes me specifically uneasy on the behind the settee and next to the wardrobe. When I posted the picture, sorry, I'm in my scrubbies still. People wanted to see the inside of it. So I'm gonna open it. I think like this is a bad idea. See, I can't even open this other side because there's a latch on it somewhere. I'm not gonna get too far into it, but there you go. There's the inside of the wardrobe. Nothing spooky, nothing in it, but for some reason, and it's just a piece of furniture, guys. I don't know why it makes me uneasy, but it sure do. So we're just gonna leave it like that and hope that it doesn't open in the night. So my battery's about to die, but I've already taken you on a tour of our suite, so here it is. But I wanted to share with you that some of the employees here have said that if you scatter coins on this hearth, the children ghosts, the spirit, will play with the coins. Now, this is something that I've done every single time that I've come up here. This is the room we always stay in, as I said, and I have always had coins to scatter on the hearth here. So, unfortunately, this is all I have. But what I'm gonna do is we just kind of sprinkle them around like that. Sometimes the kids are said to stack them. I know there have been several times personally where I've come in, and if they're directly on the hearth there, sometimes they will move from here to over here, or occasionally over here. I found one in the bedroom once. So we're gonna leave these little coins out, excuse me, and see if specifically the spirit of little Kate comes to visit us and stacks the coins. So I'll keep you posted. Okay, gang, exciting. I showed you where I had scattered the coins on the hearth in the sitting room. So went to bed last night, didn't see anything, didn't really hear anything, slept badly. Got up this morning, had a little bit of coffee, and we've been sitting out on our private patio, our private porch. Came back in from sitting out having a little bit of coffee to this. Did I get it? Do I get it? I don't know how to work this thing. Do you see the coins? So 3 of them are stacked, and they're definitely moved. 3 of those coins have been stacked up, and all of them have moved. I have before and after pictures. I will place them here. So you can see there's definitely a difference in them. We don't touch them. We don't, it's not the floor moving, although the floor is a bit uneven. Like, that is a slate hearth. It's all one piece. It does not move. So, and even if it did, I don't know how it would have stacked 3 of those coins up perfectly. So there's a little something. Okay, so I showed you guys that the coins were changed. I wanted to get a better angle of it. So there's a penny sandwiched between 2 quarters right there, and they've all gone in a straight line. Now, the reason that I'm taking another video is I want to show you. Walking on the floor. You can't move that. Like, that's a solid piece of slate. Look, even the the little fire hat screen is moving,
shaking,
but the coins aren't. So, explain that one. Who's there? Okay, I want to show y'all when I do the ghost tracker app thing, I put my phone on airplane mode. That way I can be certain that nothing is interfering, nothing is coming through like a AM radio or cell phone interference or a CB, anything like that. So I'm on airplane mode right now, trying to see if I can get something to talk to us. Because last night they were talking up a storm. I got so much. But today I haven't used this too terribly much. Alright, look, so I move a little fast and has a tendency to go blurry. But there are some times that it goes blurry and I'm not moving. I don't like that. To me, that seems like the camera's trying to focus on something in front of me that I cannot see. I wonder if they can tell me who this gentleman is. I know who that is. Can anybody in here tell me who that is? Do you know? See, go blurry again. I don't like that. There we go. But it looks like we don't really want to talk. That's totally fine. I am, yeah. Yeah. So there we have it. What do you guys think? Did you hear what I heard? What I put up on the screen? Did you see anything that I didn't catch? I hate to have to break it to you, but the very last video with the silhouette in the window is fake. There was a family staying in that room above us. They put a cutout in the window. They were also dumb enough to bring a Ouija board with them. So they were evidently thinking they were very, very clever. They were not. So the cutout in the window upstairs is fake. But everything else that was on there is what I captured, what I saw, what I felt, what I didn't hear anything until I went through the video and caught those EVPs. So I hope that those are accurate. Very, very clearly heard someone on that little island in the pond tell me to leave them alone and to go when I listened back to the audio. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you like and subscribe and click the bell so you get more notifications when we post again. We would very much like to make this a more regular thing, a little bit of paranormal investigating. We live in New Orleans, so there's no shortage of places to go to do paranormal investigating. And we have kind of the inside track on some of those. So mum's the word. But if you like this video, let me know so that we can kind of do some more in this same vein. Also, leave a comment below. And, thanks for watching. I hope you liked it. Thanks.